Okay, now I can stop acting, and so can KN. Hey everyone, skull902 here, and yeah, if you caught the SonicSong182 stream, that was the conclusion to the very weird ending of my last stream. I'm here with KN.
Hi everybody, this is Ken from SonicSong182, and I'm glad Skull survived! Woo!
Oh yeah, today, due to some requests that I've gotten recently, like I've been playing some classic Sonic a lot lately, and during one of my 3 and Knuckles streams, after I was done with the game, I was getting a fair few requests to do Sonic CD, so I figure, since KN is here, you know, and I did the original version of the game not too long ago, like a couple months, as Sonic, since he's the only playable character in that. I'm gonna do a run here today as our boy Tails. So let's get right into it.
Let's go!
Yep, indeed. Oh, I forgot that ZX and C are my controls in this one. I'm so used to A, B, and, or rather, A, S, and D.
That's fair enough. I don't get to play very many, like, mods of games very often, but I think it's pretty neat what, like, the community's able to do with these things, because this looks smooth. It looks like he, you know, was always supposed to be in the game.
Yeah. This is an official thing too, so
Ooh.
so no modding necessary. This was entirely approved of by Sega. Oops.
Wow. I didn't know that they did that. That's interesting.
They certainly did, and it definitely adds to the replay value, I think, of CD for absolute sure. Unfortunately, I did a bit of a stupid, and now I'm gonna have to find another past sign.
Whoops. Good luck, soldier.
Thank you.
This is a game I've only played Sonic CD one time.
Oh, really?
This is one that I missed out on as a youth. I have played, and I'm pretty sure I think I beat it. I don't remember, but I played it with Vinny in like. Was in the VC with me, but he also had like the game delay, so he was trying to tell me how to get through some of the obstacles, and with the delay it was quite a challenge.
Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that now. I was in the...
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was like a few years. I was in the stream chat during that one. And I even did a meme on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
Now, you are going to have to be my eyes on the chat because the game window is just a little too big. I can, like, see what people are saying for the most part. Like, if it's a short sentence, but other than that, you'll have to help me.
I was actually browsing the chat right when you said that, because Jose was saying that I thought you were doing this on mobile because it looks like a mobile version of the game. How are you playing it, Skull? It's this is on your desktop, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm playing this through Steam. So
Nice.
yeah, this is the one, like, for the longest time out of all the remakes. This was the only one that they, like, properly released on consoles and PC and all that. That's soon to change with the Sonic Origins collection, thank God. But yeah, for a while there, it was pretty slim pickings for the other remakes.
I'm surprised that I didn't hear that they made an official version of this. Like, I had no idea.
It's pretty interesting, actually, considering, like, this came out in 2011. You were still pretty active at that point in time.
It was a long time ago. Jeez. How did I just never hear about it? I had no idea. I just assumed it was like a fan-made mod, because normally when we want more characters in like the 2D games, that is like fan effort.
Yeah, for certain. This one always gets me. Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. Nah, I'm backtracking too much.
Oh no.
Oops.
Robert H. said, Tails in this game going from secret screen character to playable character. Way to go, man.
Yeah, quite an improvement for our fox friend here.
Yes, congratulations to Tails.
Yeah,
All
indeed.
hail Tails!
All hail Tails. Okay. I think it's up here. Yes, it is.
Just got a phone call. I think I need to take it really quick, but I'll come back real fast.
Okay.
What the heck is that? That machine... That must... My goodness. I just looked up and that thing looked, aggressive.
The one that kind of looks like a bunch of bombs strapped to each other?
Yes? I'm like, what's that?
That's the robot generator. So if you break all of them, that's one of the two ways that you can get the good ending, and that's like the slower but safer way of getting the good ending, in my opinion. I've still never been able to get all the time stones. Yeah, I always just do that method. And when you break it, the enemies go away.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, was that in the original game?
Yes.
I probably just didn't know any better. Or it's been so long since I played that I forgot.
Could very well be.
Alright, I'll be right back. I just gotta call someone back really quick. It's a scheduling question.
Gotcha. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, guys. Here, you know what? I'm gonna like pause the game for a second once the next level loads, and I'm gonna move my window just a little bit so that I can see your guys' full comments. That should help me. And do. Okay, let's move the window here just a teeny bit. All right, now I can see your full comments, which really helps, and all that. Miracle was asking, am I good to join the VC? Oh yeah, no Metal Sonic cutscene. No Amy in this playthrough. Still got the same awesome Speed Shoe theme though. Where was this one? I think it's more so on the bottom. Yeah. Miracle, to answer your question, we'll see what KN has to say. Once she gets back. Ah, yes, okay, so it is this one on the bottom. Very well. No, we don't want a future sign. Certainly not. There we go. Online Devil, welcome, says, greetings everyone, and wait, I thought this is where Amy gets kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Yeah, it is, but you don't get the Metal Sonic cutscenes in the Tails playthrough. You don't get like the opening cinematic or anything either. They didn't go that extra for Tails being a playable character. It's still really cool that they added him in here, of course, but you know, there are some things missing. Booyah. Most of Sonic are short, some are long, though. That is indeed correct, Mario Ruiz Jr. I kind of mush-mouthed on your name there, I'm sorry. Do you wish that we had a combination of the Japanese soundtrack and American soundtrack? That would have been a cool thing for them to do, like have you choose tracks individually. Probably just a matter of, you know, not, like, really thinking about it, which is totally understandable. No. Okay, thank God the past thing didn't go away, because the robot generator is right here, so... Leanne KN will be back shortly. She is taking a phone call. Yeah, Josh Productions, I do have to agree. The opening is better with the American soundtrack. You Can Do Anything is still a great song. Don't get me wrong, but like I think Sonic Boom kind of fits the animation a little better. Oh, come on. All right, well at least I got one of them back. Trip, thank you for the $3.50. Says, hello, my good sir. Enjoy this tree video of Timbits. Well, thank you very much. Booyah. Monkey Dude does indeed appreciate it. As far as the soundtracks are concerned, I think both of them are solid. I do like the American one more for the most part. There are some Japanese tracks that I prefer to the American ones. And I also want to say that there is no illegitimate opinion on that. So, you know, if you like one soundtrack more than the other, or if you're like me and like certain songs more than other ones, that's perfectly okay.
Hello, I'm back, and all Sonic music is good music.
Pretty much, unless if you're like with extremely specific cases like Sonic Crackers or like Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Like for the most part, Sonic's got some seriously rockin' tune.
Something has gone seriously wrong if you can't find music to enjoy in a Sonic game. It's pretty consistently quite good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Miracle was asking if you would be okay with him joining the call.
Sure.
Okay. Alright. Miracle, prepare. I'm going to pause the level and get you in here. Alright, let's just do that for my good friend LyricalMiracle9608. Let's just add. Where are you, Miracle? You're here on this list somewhere.
In the meantime, I think an interesting example of like the music having like is with Sonic 3D Blast, because there's the Genesis one and then the Sega Saturn one.
Yes.
And I'm partial to the Genesis ones because that's like how I played through the game. But also the Sega Saturn one, whole soundtrack, really good also. I really love both.
Oh, for sure.
Miracle.
Hello. Also, someone adorable has something to say.
You already said something, though.
Babe, say hi.
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 It's Miracle's fiance, Alice. Welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
Alright, back to the game.
Sorry, Skull got, like, Portal kidnapped off of his birthday. That must have been an interesting way for things to leave off. What the heck? What's Eggman doing here?
It was a fun little bit of storytelling, you know, to try and get an element of that into the streams.
Did your chat say anything about it? Or
Yeah.
they're like, well,
Yeah.
guess the stream broke.
Uh,
Oh, no.
I know one person was like, what the fuck just happened? And another person was like legitimately worried about it. So we had to, I had to have my co-host send a message in the chat saying like, no, it's fine.
Probably, you probably needed to somehow like get some mystical sounding music in there so it sounded more intentional.
Maybe.
Fair enough. Let me see if you can like hear the dog on the stream. Say hi, Ozzy. Say hi, Ozzy. He's just snooping.
I think
Man.
I heard something.
Oh.
And for those wondering, Tails does in fact still swim.
Yay! Good boy. So, Online Devil said, I'm not sure, I can't hear the music on my end, but Online Devil was saying, this is the music from the anti-piracy screen with Majin Sonic.
Normal. Also, did you all hear Ozzy on the stream?
I heard some snuffling.
Yeah, that was he.
I might have heard it. I'm not sure.
There you go.
A good sneeze.
He's snooping. You said hi to the stream, Ozzy.
He's got to give everybody in the chat a smell so that he knows that that they're not unfriendly.
Yes, he needs to know everyone. He's the security dog.
Yeah.
Josh Productions 07 said, is Classic Tales technically 4 years old? I'm not sure how they regarded Tails' age at this point. I know in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog show, I think he was 3.5 or 4.5 years old. He said one of the two, but I don't know how that translated to games.
If I remember correctly.
From what I understand, in the old cartoons, Tails was 5, and he wasn't actually officially aged in the games until Sonic Heroes.
I see. In Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails says he's only 4.5 years old. So, yes, but he specified and a half. Let me go check the manual on Sonic Heroes. How old is Sonic?
He baby.
Tails in Sonic Heroes. That was technically modern Tails by the time he was in Heroes, so he's been 8 years old since then, but Sonic Heroes was the first time they said.
Yep.
Hi, everybody!
Yes, bye everyone.
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting all of these, but I might as well show off one of the time stones.
The ambiguousness of character ages in Sonic is why I just go the safe route and I just simp for Cream's mum.
Fair.
Like, who do you fancy in the Sonic universe? The one who is canonically a mother.
You know, I've thought about this before, you know, if we can get someone just randomly asking the Sonic page on Twitter if they can create a semi-official character in Irish the Hedgehog, I think if I ever meet Takashi Iizuka, I can try to ask if I can officially age Vanilla the Rabbit. Would anybody in the chat be totally cool with that if that ever happens?
Yes.
I'll do it for you guys.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't understand. I
Okay,
know
it
who
is
Irish the
confusing.
Hedgehog is, but how come Irish has anything to do with Vanilla's age? Is it because you think they make a good ship?
No. It's because, you know, if, you know, Jacksepticeye can ask them to just make this semi-official character and they can be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll make it. Then I think I've got a chance if I were to ever meet Takashi Iizuka. If I just randomly ask him, hey, can I give Vanilla the Rabbit an official age? I think there's a chance.
I do think all these characters probably need an age reassessment.
No.
Like, you can observe the characters' behaviors and how they're treated in the content itself, and you know, characters like Charmy and Cream, they seem their age, you know, like 6 years old, because, like, they have parental guardians who are in their lives still. Like, you know, they're clearly little kids. But when you get to, like, Amy Rose is 12 years old, that's a middle school kid, and she's like she's one of the 2 leaders of a resistance faction. She has her own house, she pays her own bills, she drives her own car. You're like, wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, but that's just how a lot of things are.
And
though.
like,
it is, it's just, by
Sonic
the time
the
they started
Hedgehog, at
getting
least
more
in
serious
Sonic
later...
Boom.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
In Sonic Boom, you can probably classify that Sonic safely as an adult because he has gone to court for traffic violations.
True. And they did not accept Gotta Go Fast as
they did not
valid
accept Gotta
reason.
Go Fast as a medical condition, so he got slapped with a ticket. So Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Boom is old enough to get taken to court for traffic violations.
He's at least old enough to
True.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have, like, special
There's all
driving
the-
rules in Mobius, so...
Yeah, you know, if Tails and Amy and others who are very clearly not old enough to compete in racing competitions in the real world can do it in the Sonic world, there must be some kind of provisions going on.
And there were games where Amy, like, she's just the example I've got at the moment. Like, I you know, this could apply to many characters. There were many games where she did read as being a 12-year-old character, and, like, it totally makes sense. Like, Sonic Heroes, that feels like a 12-year-old girl to me. But, like, there were later games where they adjusted her personality to where it feels like she grew up a little bit, but they were like, nah, we're just not gonna have the ages match the maturity level that we switched the characters to having.
It also doesn't help that she's one of the most inconsistently written characters in the entire series.
Yeah, really. Like, you know, Boom Amy is
You're not
another thing
wrong.
altogether. Like, that's clearly, like, a different version of the character altogether, but she...
Mega
certainly-
feminist.
Yeah,
Based.
I could say.
Mega feminist Amy, and then slightly more feminist Knuckles.
I just feel like these characters...
What? Just because I'm a meathead doesn't mean I'm not a feminist.
I feel like at least everybody's probably 17 by now. They don't act like little kids anymore. They changed the writing at some point, so now they don't read that way.
Yeah.
Then there's Rouge, who I'm pretty sure is like pretty sure that's an adult category.
She's canonically 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Good enough.
They made sure, for, I think, suspicious reasons, they made sure to specify that one was 18.
Yeah.
It's like
okay, guys.
it's like how in Splatoon, the main Squid sisters in Splatoon were 16, and then clearly they saw exactly what the internet did to them, so they were like, okay, second Splatoon game, it's 2 years later, so Squid Kids are both 18, and both of the new, and the 2 new ones are 18 and 21 respectively. We are taking 0 chances with these.
Good lord. And Stardown was saying in the chat, I don't like how Tails is a bit too mature sometimes. It's like Sega forgot he's supposed to be 8. It really does feel like some of the characters grew up a little bit. It's just, you know, not by like a lot. They all still generally read as teenagers to me, but they feel like they're all like high schoolers, and like Tails would be at least 14 by now. But
Well,
that's,
you gotta
that's
figure
not
with
age.
with his hyper intelligence probably comes a little bit more of a maturity level.
And it, you know, it certainly does. Just his personality changed from one point to another. It's not like, you know, the intelligence has been pretty consistent, but like the way he acts is different. Like in Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Heroes versus how he's written currently. It feels like overall, because the writing changed, like everybody, you know, it feels like to me they're all like high schoolers, but I'm like, oh yeah, they're babies. Little
Then
tiny
again,
baby Tails.
It's Japan, so you never know. I was watching an anime recently called Love After World Domination,
Oh no.
and I was like, oh yes, this is a lovely romance I can really get behind between two adults who tend to wear quite revealing outfits. And there's like episode 4, I think it was like, oh, by the way, these characters are in high school. I'm like, what?
No.
Nani the pizza?
Unacceptable.
Josh Productions said, I would like Tails to be a bit like Luigi in terms of personality. We might-
That's just mean.
Luigi, they mistreat Luigi. I love Luigi.
You know what? Yeah.
Luigi's defining personality trait is failure. We've already got enough of that with Tails.
No.
I
Well.
feel like it didn't used to be like that at some point, but then I don't really follow Mario very closely, so...
Well, Luigi's like a lovable coward.
Yeah, Luigi's
Yeah.
a lovable coward. Mario's just an asshole. In the in Mario Tennis, in Luigi's victory cutscene, if he wins like the grand tennis competition, Mario comes over to congratulate him, and you just see Luigi looking a bit awkward, and then the camera pans down to Mario just grinding his foot into Luigi's, just stamping on his foot and grinding.
Mario!
Maintaining direct eye contact with Luigi and smiling.
That sounds
Mario,
terrifying.
time out! That
Yeah,
sounds
the whole time Luigi
hyper-aggressive
looks
for
so
Mario.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Luigi,
That would make me
blink twice if
uncomfortable.
you need help. Good lord.
Luigi slaps a blinking faster than the speed of light.
Oh no. Haha, Luigi's eyelids go.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Normally, well, again, I guess I don't know the Mario characters like that well. I have perceived them as being like brothers with a pretty healthy relationship, like, but in competitive games, perhaps Mario is just a little bit edgy.
It really depends on the game, I think.
Yeah, in Mario Kart, Luigi has the death stare.
Oh, you're not wrong. He has the best death there. Luigi does not mess around.
Oh yeah.
And
He's got his own harem.
What?
oh,
The only word I heard out of that was harem, and I got
yeah,
very
that's all I
concerned.
got to.
Like, people are all like, oh, there's like Mario and Peach, and then there's Luigi and Daisy, but it's like, nah, like, in the game that she appears in, Daisy is Mario's girl.
Well, you know, maybe they had a
Oh.
thing in the past, and then it just didn't work out. But
Yeah, Luigi just gets Mario's sloppy seconds.
well, that's a terrible way of looking at it.
Nah,
So,
Luigi just
very-
turned out to be a cooler and more supportive boyfriend. So Daisy was like, you know what?
Oh well, of
I
course.
know my
He's
my
like, I
worth.
deserve better than
I
this.
deserve better. Same with Rosina when she became like the president of New Donk City.
That was Pauline, wasn't
I think
it?
that's it.
Yeah.
Dude,
For
They were all
Rosalina,
just
that'd be a
like-
pretty big downgrade, actually.
I am the
Rosalina's
queen of the
best friend,
galaxy.
Mario.
Now I'm
true.
Yeah, now she's just the mayor in this alternate universe.
An alternate universe where Daisy rules the galaxy and Rosalina is the freaking mayor. That would be interesting.
Duck
Love
said
the,
there
I've
have
seen
been
a really
studies.
funny.
There have been studies that show most women actually like Luigi more than Mario for some reason.
Yeah,
Valid.
It's probably
I
because of
do-
moments
Luigi
with
is the
like
better
Mario
brother.
being a monster.
I don't.
Mario's normally pretty chill, but sometimes
Yeah, I don't
There
think
was-
that's.
there was that one time. There was that one time where it showed the outline of something on Luigi's short, and people calculated his endowment.
No, no,
I
please
don't
stop.
want to know this. TMI Luigi edition. Oh my god, Meta Andre 11 said Giga Chad Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Giga Chad Luigi, let's go.
And this is why we're relieved that Skull's streams are not PG.
I'm too much of an innocent for this.
Yeah. This is easily the hardest I think anybody has gone while KN was a guest here.
You know what, true.
Beat up Eggman. He's trying to kill you, bowling ball. It must have been a really long time since I've played this game because I'm pretty sure I beat it, but none of this looks familiar. Like,
That's amazing.
basically none of it.
When you load up your save file after not playing for several years, I have no memory of this place.
Oh, the Gandalf meme. I have no memory of this place.
To be fair, I only played it once. But I think I got through. Maybe I sucked and I didn't get through very much of it. But like even the first levels didn't look very familiar. I'm like, yes, that palm tree. Yes, that mosquito. And that's been the extent of my memory.
me playing Crystal Chronicles and never getting past like the first area of the game ever.
There was like a bunch of like, there was a robot explosive thing in the first level that was like a key part of the game, and I was like, what's that? I've never played this before, but I have.
It's not so much a key part of the game if you're just looking to straight up beat it.
True.
I must have been warned that it was an option.
I played a tiny bit of Sonic CD, but it was the crappy mobile version and it was so hard to control. So I never got past the first level. I was like, what the actual hell? Crap.
Hi, welcome to the chat, Sweet. They said, hello, I'm finally here after running around. Welcome.
Welcome.
And relax.
Also, I need to refresh stream because for some reason chat's not updating for me again. Oh, there we go. It's updated now.
We have returned to Wacky Workbench. This is much more than a bench. It's quite large.
Indeed.
It's more like a wacky work floor.
Or a wacky
You know what,
workshop, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be a
Both
much
of them
better
are
name for
better
this
than
zone.
Workbench. Work floor or workshop are better. And we can see you, Wild Style. Hello. Well, not whatever you wrote a minute ago. That didn't show up. But I can see
Gee,
you.
I wonder who put poop in the chat. I don't recognize that username at all, Alice. Very
Well.
mature.
When have I ever claimed to be mature?
You know what? True.
Clearly the single most immature thing that anyone has ever done in one of these chats.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh my god. I am so offended. I can't believe someone wrote poop in the chat.
This is worse than when you and Ames said shut up.
Oh
You
no.
can't don't remind people of that skull. It's a moment of complete shame from my past. I've tried to mend my ways.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be bringing up things that you've made amends for.
I apologized, okay?
You are forgiven.
Yay, I've been absolved of my crimes!
You have repented.
Stare down, stop shaking and crying.
You know what? What, for saying shut up?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's clearly one of the sins Jesus died for, so you're fine. You're pre-forgiven on that one.
Yeah, the 10 Commandments. Number 1, thou shalt not silence people with shut up.
Cannot believe this day.
Kayana has been forgiven by Monkey Dude himself.
Praise Monkey Dude.
Praise
Yeah.
Monkey Dude.
Whoa, hold on there, Tails.
Alice, did I ever tell you the context of Monkey Dude?
I don't know.
So, but actually, I'll let Skull briefly summarize to Alice Monkey Dude.
God.
Monkey Dude is the first enemy in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that you see, and also our Lord and Savior.
Yes. Indeed. He is to never be killed in any playthrough of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Just specifically the first Monkey Dude that appears.
Yeah.
All the others are imposters.
Well, no. It's any Monkey Dude. No
Oh my
Monkey Dude
God.
shall be killed.
Thou shalt not commit Monkey Dude murder.
Yeah. And to repent for killing Monkey Dudes, the prayer is there. I'm a bit too focused right now, but
I totally forgot about the prayer, so it's fine.
yeah, the prayer is definitely something. You gotta repeat it to him a certain number of times. Also, thank God I finally made it here.
Yeah.
It's not the hardest past sign to activate, but it's certainly the most annoying one to do. But yeah, that's basically the punishment. If you kill a Monkey Dude, then you gotta say the prayer to him. I'd say a fair number is at least 40 times.
Oh yes, definitely fair. That's a new one. I've obviously and I've obviously heard you be called Nux because that's your classic era name, if you will. But I'm seeing you be called Nuxie in chat, and I'm like, that's a new one.
I think I've seen that before. It's just a variation on the Golden Era name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I like
similar,
that
I think, to Knuckles' nicknames himself.
That you can't say that you can't say a sentence without the letter A, and Tails just goes off on this long-winded sentence not using A and puts Sonic in his place, and Knuckles is just like, fuck you.
That one is
I
a good
remember
meme.
that. Beautiful meme. Also, sorry, what were you saying, Kayan?
I do not remember.
It was about somebody saying
meme.
Nuxie.
Oh, that's probably just, like what Lyrical was saying, is probably just a variation on, how Knuckles has the nickname Nucky. So I think it's probably, it's just another spin, like Nucky and Knucklehead.
True. Is Nucky, has he ever been called that anywhere, or is that just a thing, you came up with as Rouge, or...
That was...
I'm pretty sure that she says that in Sonic X somewhere.
Yeah, she calls Knuckles that in
yeah.
Sonic X a couple times.
Yeah, I didn't make that up.
And I didn't make it up for Sonic and Mario either. She called him that
Yeah, we just-
once.
Yeah, she must
My
have
favorite-
somewhere.
My favorite part of Sonic X is where Rouge flirts with the police officer.
Oh my god, yes. Flirts with
In
Twat
the Japanese version, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
The Japanese version did not mess around. It was just like, what if we make this even gayer?
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, I support this.
Sonic, you and your friends need to stop dating the humans.
No, they do not.
Sonic X Elise.
Terrible writing.
That's different. No, it's the same.
Oh, I can't remember where it was, but I saw someone who was having the debate. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or on Discord, but someone was like, is Sonic a furry? And everyone was just like, yes, Sonic is a fucking furry. Sonic is a furry character. Stop trying to just what's it called? Stop trying to debate your way out of being a furry for loving Sonic.
You know what? Valid.
To be fair, though,
Sorry, go on.
Topaz and Rouge were fun together.
They were. They had a good dynamic.
Yeah, just saying. But usually whenever like Sonic spends all his time like running away from like Amy and dodging other relationships with other Mobians, but as soon as you get a human girl in there, he's like, yes. I think it's just his preference, I guess. Well, he didn't like Sarah like that from the Sonic OVA, but she definitely...
They kind of implied, but I think Sonic in the OVA carries himself with more of an attitude of like, I'm gonna act like I only care about me.
Yeah.
Indeed.
God, it's been a while since I've seen the OVA.
Yeah, Lost Leader. I don't. For some reason, I played Sonic CD once, so that's probably
Wait a
why.
sec.
But like, I don't remember anything.
This is the bad future.
Oh no!
I thought I got the capsule. What?
You've been robbed.
Oh no, I didn't go to the past. Shit.
No.
Oh, whoops. That's no good at all.
I think I saw on Twitter the other day that the whole Kempenders thing got finally sorted and Invasia has it.
God. Thank God.
Yeah.
We don't talk about pandas. No, no, no.
On the game autosaves too, so it's not like I can go back for it either.
Oh no.
I'm so excited to watch the second Sonic movie when I get the chance.
I know
sorry,
Skull's
you guys still
definitely
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it.
Correct. Have you seen it, KN? Because I know Skull has.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she saw it
Saw it
before I did.
immediately.
Wait till
I
confirm
I went
mine
out of
for-
town and then drove 5 hours with a friend to go see it.
Nice.
Crud.
I'm waiting until I can find it online because I've managed to go. What is it now? 2.5 years without catching COVID. I don't want to risk fucking cinemas at this point.
Yeah,
It
fair.
is a little scary.
Yeah.
I've managed to dodge it, but I've had to like do business trips and stuff, so I've been like,
Yeah.
well,
I'm just thankful that the new job I've got is working from home, so I just never have to leave the house.
Yeah, exactly. Only to walk the dog.
Yeah. I had to walk the dog and go to the shops.
Yeah. The same dog that was snoofing on the microphone earlier. He's a very silly boy. We love him.
Agreed. Oh, one movie I did see recently that was really good is The Bad Guys.
Yes. Eggman was flossing? What?
Eggman wasn't flossing. What are you talking about?
guys,
I
no
don't know.
spoilers.
This
The people in the chat haven't seen the movie. Give them a chance. They're just trying not to catch COVID.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now.
I'm not obviously going to say
the
what
spoilers
it was, but...
the spoilers do matter. What I was meaning was that trying to get the robot generators doesn't matter now since I screwed it up.
Whoops. But yeah, like, I'm obviously not going to say what it is, because spoilers, but I accidentally got the post credits to Sonic 2 spoiled for me, and I was like...
I thankfully managed to avoid that, and most of the spoilers with that movie, thankfully.
Good. Because, oh, I just see a siren. Oh, no.
I heard that very faintly, and I was like,
Come
uh-oh.
to get me. They found me.
Yeah, the Bad Guys was a great movie, and the best thing was watching it with Luke. He was just in constant pansexual panic mode.
Hey, don't call me out on this stream,
I will
babe.
absolutely call you out on the stream.
How dare I did not
You absolutely
invite you to join this call to call me out.
I mean, that should just be expected for any time you invite me anywhere.
That's fair. My fiance bullies me. It's not fair.
Oh.
Nah, she's a sweetie, really.
That's her job.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's my job. It's my new from home job, just bullying Luke 24/7.
Hey!
Yeah.
Whee!
Wee. But yeah, I would have like asked if it was alright to like have Alice chat in the stream with me, but I was like, actually I'll have it like be a surprise, and I'm sure you're all okay with it anyway.
Well, it's happened before.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the background
Every single
on this
time I'll
level is
continue
very
to
nice.
ask Skull when Temtem.
True. Yeah, Skull, when Temtem.
I don't know.
I don't know. Such a good meal.
November maybe 2035.
Maybe. I mean, you're a busy guy. Just have to see what happens.
Alright, where the hell am I going?
That
Certainly not
way.
to the good ending.
No. So if you literally miss like one, is that it? Is just the good ending done?
Yeah, and I only have one time stone on here. I've never gotten them all, so I'd like by the time I screwed up in Wacky Workbench, I don't think I would have been able to get it with the time stones either. So I'm
Yeah, like
just
too
SOL.
far into the game.
Yeah, it's just SOL on that.
F.
There is another file on here though that was preloaded with Tails and the good ending, if I'm not mistaken. So I might still be able to show it off.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good ending for a good boy.
Tails deserves good
Tails.
endings. Also, this stage is pretty.
It really do be
Yes.
though.
That giant Eggman is really cool.
Yeah.
Also, that's one thing I really liked about the first Sonic movie is they actually gave like a good reason for Sonic to call Robotnik Eggman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tied that in together pretty well.
That was a nice touch.
Heck yeah.
You know, I think I might just take up that one fan on their offer to pre-order Origins for me so that I can do the redemption run.
Nice.
On which game?
On this game for getting the bad ending.
Oh, okay. Redemption Run Sonic CD, but on Origins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Unknown gamer in chat. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, I don't usually get like the good/final ending on Sonic games, surprisingly enough. Getting Chaos Emeralds is freaking hard.
True.
I'm just so used to getting good endings though, and I feel like this is a bit of a disappointment. But as long as people are having
Yeah.
fun, you know, that and
Yeah,
when do I get to show off the bad futures for these zones?
Just
You know.
saw the part with Eggman like blowing stuff up. What a jerk.
Yeah, with this
Tails looked so
stupid,
exhausted after that.
this stupid insta-kill laser. What a real jerk.
Metal Sonic didn't do freaking anything. He just stood there like, pet. Well, now, okay, and now I see he got involved, but he just stood there while that was happening.
Yeah, and Metal Sonic has two attacks here. One of them is the shield. If he's in front of you, he'll do like his little shield. If he's behind you, he'll do this like big ol' rush attack. Got him.
Hey.
Get him,
Nice.
Skull, get him!
I think that's the first time I've ever beaten this race first try, so you know what? That makes up for bad ending.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Now Sonic got deleted.
Yup.
No!
Also, Unknown Gamer in the chat put future and fast instead of future and past, and I'm here for it.
No, Tails, come on.
Come on,
I want to go in the
Tails.
past year because I like the aesthetic way better.
Must you?
Have you all heard about the meme player from for Elden Ring who goes against who like joins people who need help against the final boss, and his username is just "Let me solo her."
I know hardly anything about Elden Ring, so I have not heard about that. I just know that it's another one of those Souls-type, extremely difficult games.
He goes in basically naked, just a pair of pants and a pot upside down on his head, and just easily kills the hardest boss in the entire game. And he's become like a literal legend with fan art and everything.
Sounds
Oh
pretty
my god,
legendary.
that was awesome. I'm looking up fun because Alice has got her Twitter up, and there is actual fan art. It's amazing.
Oh, where's the variants? So like someone made a joke version of it called "Let Me Date Her."
Oh no.
Someone named themselves "Let Her Solo Me."
Oh no.
Oh god.
Someone just commits suicide going "Let me solo me."
No. That's
That's
terrible.
so good.
And then one person just comes in with the username "Do it yourself."
Well, that's just mean. It's like, yes, I will help you. Psych. Do it yourself.
Alright, I'll at least have the dignity enough to get the good endings here in the final zone. Or, good features, rather.
Yee. And yes, Stardown, the song did come originally from this. The Sonic Mania version you heard was by T-Lopes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did all the music in that one.
Yeah, Mania gathered stuff from everywhere. So if you have extensive gameplay experience in the Sonic series, especially back in like the classic games, you'd recognize a lot of stuff.
Oh, someone in chat does know about Let Me Solo Her. They put, Cue the Struggler, Let Me Solo Her is the most wholesome gamer of our generation.
Yep.
Well, we do have 28 viewers in chat right now, so I imagine someone was bound to play Elden Ring.
Yee. Oh, it says 31 viewers for me.
So it's 28 for me.
Huh, weird.
I've
Either
seen
way.
friends play
Yeah.
Elden Ring, but I've not played it myself.
Yeah, I've never played it. I know the memes.
Yee.
I've
Same.
seen enough to know it looks like it's way too hard for somebody like me.
Yeah, that's what I think every time I look at a Souls game. I'm like, ah, yeah, that exists.
It's like, yeah, that exists. Hope y'all enjoy playing that while I don't do that.
That is a thing I will never play.
Hey, Josh, that hat guy is here. Hello.
Josh, when
Also,
has
sorry to
when has
you
this
already.
channel ever been known for professionalism? Come on.
You right, you right.
Lost Leader said, KN, you need to play Klonoa, not Elden Ring. That sounds about accurate. I would have played Klonoa if I ever had gotten my hands on that game as a youth, because I think it was a PlayStation 1 game.
Yep.
And
Yes.
we had a demo disc that did not have gameplay. It was just like the intro song where it showed gameplay, but you couldn't actually play the game itself. And I was like, this is the dopest thing I ever saw in my life. But I never had the game, so I never played.
You can tell that she was young in the 90s because she used the word dope
Yes,
to describe something positively.
it was super groovy, dudes.
Pretty radical.
I'm
Totally
also, like,
tubular.
Californian, so that's just like how we talk.
I was just thinking about the other day about the times I'd like get up at like 7 a.m. on a weekend because there's good cartoons on. Yeah, KN, do you like Pokemon?
I love Pokemon, but I am also a classic gamer in Pokemon, so I'm not very familiar with the newer gens.
I highly recommend a game called Temtem then.
I've heard of Temtem.
Nice,
My brother said I should try to play that one too, but
Yes.
I have trouble
Good,
with
good.
games now because I'm not able to put in the time required to play things. Like, my favorite type of game are RPGs. I love RPGs. I love me a good, long, freaking story. I was a big fan of, like, you know, the obvious ones, like Final Fantasy. I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts. I love those games. I do not have the kind of time in my schedule anymore to play them, so I haven't played an RPG in years. But that's most of the reason why I'm near constantly in a state of at work. There's like,
Yeah, you
no,
do have,
I'm done
like-
working for the day. It's, I work till I'm tired enough to fall asleep. That's how it goes.
That's how it be with adulthood, multiple jobs, and a
True.
channel, and then obviously like you're a writer as well, and I know you have like D&D characters as well.
Yeah,
You
the
need to
thing
sit
is,
on-
the portion of free time I do have, I put it into writing and D&D stuff, because at least,
Yeah.
like, I do these things, like, collaboratively, so I'm like, oh yes,
Yeah.
this is how I socialize.
Yeah.
I'm-
Yay, Chippy Tails.
I'm playing a really fun character in an RPG campaign at the moment. She's a lawful good human paladin, and it's just like exactly what you'd imagine when you think lawful good paladin, but in like the like really sweet and kind and just wants to help everyone kind of way, like bit naive, that kind of character. However, the thing which makes her interesting is that she's not actually a paladin, she's actually a hexblade warlock whose patron is just messing with her.
Oh no.
Next one, she's a
Unfortunate.
paladin.
She is fully convinced she's a paladin of the god Palor, but in reality she's just being tricked by a demon-possessed sphere who's bored.
Yeah, but pretty much.
Never trust a patron.
Yep.
Welcome, Dylan, and
Warlock
thank you.
patrons are... Hello, welcome!
Hello.
Warlock patrons are generally the kind that'll, you know, they like to have a little more fun than perhaps, like, you know,
Yeah.
some of the gods are a little trickier, but those warlock
The unfortunate thing is she
patrons.
just has no idea she even has a patron. She just thinks she has a divine god that she's serving.
Like,
She's a precious
yeah.
one.
She is.
I don't know
Poor,
why
poor man.
the words divine god reminded me that I recently checked out, because I had been curious about this. I recently checked out the 1970s live-action Wonder Woman theme song for the first time, and I don't know what to think about the show itself. I haven't seen an episode of it, but the theme song's amazing.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Also, if the call, like, suddenly cuts off, I'm not being rude. I just realized, like, my phone has been plugged in this whole time and says that it's charging, but it hasn't actually been charging up. It's still been going down and it's on, like, 1%.
I hate when that happens.
We'll go get our cake.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have, like, midnight dessert before
Oh
bed.
god, it is midnight. Okay, yeah, we need to...
Ooh, time for cake!
Time for
Time for
cake.
cake and then time for bed, because I am now an adult with an actual day job and don't stay up until 5 a.m. every morning.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty late for you two at the moment, isn't it?
I go to bed at a normal time now, like a fucking nerd.
Haha, nerd.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
marrying
okay,
a nerd.
You can join my ranks. I did the stay up late thing for like getting essays and stuff done at university too many times, and it broke my ability to stay up late. So now, unless I'm really actively doing something, I'm a sleepy grandma. All my friends are like, let's play games until 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm like, guys, I'm so
My favorite sleep schedule has been when I've been just full on nocturnal, and I'd like go to like 10 a.m. would be when I'd go to bed, and I'd just sleep through the entire day.
Oh no.
Can't do that anymore.
There's no point in doing anything if I sleep that late. If I'm like 10 a.m., I'm going back to bed. I'll try again tomorrow.
And for me, my sleep's just been horribly broken since I was 13, so,
I'm so sorry.
Hey, you beat the Eggman.
I sure
Let's
did.
go.
It's a game beaten, I'm sorry I didn't get the good ending. I was a bit too distracted to actually pay attention to what I needed to do in
no, it's
Wacky
pretty
Workbench
speedy.
there.
It's
You
all
did
good.
get it through in, you got through it in like an hour.
Yeah,
You left me?
Yeah, that's really good.
that's... I think that might be my best time, actually. Like about an hour.
GG.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yee.
Yeah, thank you for the RPG recommendations in the chat, everybody. I struggle even with like Pokemon. That's how come I can't get very far in Sapphire and Ruby. Like just literally a 3rd gen game, because like I'll have played some of it and I'm having a good time, but then I have to put it down for such long periods of time. I have attempted to play that game maybe 3 or 4 separate times, but I'm always like, what was I doing last? Where
Yeah.
am
I just love that KN's like, I don't have time for RPGs anymore, and then all of chat is like, here, let me recommend you RPGs. Here, let me recommend you things you don't have time to play.
Trip, thank
Sorry,
you
I'm
again.
repeating the ones I got.
Uh,
Trip.
Hey.
for another 350. Says, oh fuck, I missed it. Anyway, here's Tree Fitty lol.
Creepy.
Fitty. Thanks, Trip. You're a good bean.
Yeah, hopefully that Loch Ness monster stops bothering me at some point.
What?
It's a South Park reference.
Oh, right. Literally, Alice just said it's a South Park reference, followed immediately by you saying it's a South Park reference.
It's okay. I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's just how wholesome a being that KN is, clearly.
I mean, I'm
Yee.
familiar with South Park. I just haven't watched enough of it to where, like, you know, I'd get the references. If you did, like, the crab people one, I'd know what that meant.
I watched a lot of old South Park, and then they made a recent one where it was like, like I saw all this stuff about, oh hey yeah, South Park did an episode all about board games. I was like, oh cool, I love board games. And I was like, oh yeah, that's also the same one where South Park did an episode where it played into the whole men just transitioning to being women to get good at women's sports bullshit. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
nope. Fuck that.
Nope. Not good.
That's a note from me.
I don't
Yee.
remember what the last thing is of what. I've been able to watch a little bit more, like, shows and movies and stuff just because, like, I've been watching stuff while I've been running on the treadmill. So that's how I'm able to make the time to watch anything. I'm like, aha! I'll do it while I'm getting swole. But I'm trying to remember what, like, the last thing I watched was.
SonicSong182.
Yes, time to get buff.
Luke's steadily becoming more and more of a weeb because I keep on showing him a bunch of anime.
Yeah, basically. It's amazing.
I gave,
She
you
had
know what? I
broadened
tried
my
to pick
horizon.
something up to watch from like Crunchyroll the other day, and I had a 3 strikes you're out moment on that one, so I gave up and watched something else.
Oh,
Or
which
something
one?
that I was familiar with. I don't remember the titles, but the first one had a screechy, screamy, annoying protagonist girl that I didn't like to listen to, so I tried another one that had a screechy, screamy, annoying love interest girl that I didn't want to listen to, and they also did one of those, like, the chest grab joke that they always do when the male lead meets, like, the girl and they run into each
Yeah.
other.
Oh,
She's like,
no.
oh, he grabbed me! And I'm like, no, that's obnoxious.
Watch
And
an
then the
anime.
third one Sweet Lord. I can't even repeat what they entered on, but it was another thing where like, this is an extremely severe depiction of an issue that affects women.
Let me guess,
And,
that third one is Skeleton Knight in Another World.
Yeah, what the heck? I was ready for
I
violence,
know
not that.
exactly which one you're talking about. Oh
Well,
my
you know
lord.
what? If they had treated the subject matter maybe a little bit differently, I think I could have rolled with it, because I'm not that easily offended, but it was very graphic. And
It was
then,
very
like,
graphic.
the reason why it, like, was more graphic than I could handle was because the main character then busts in and goes like, "Mind if I cut in?" Ha ha ha! I'm like, what the heck?
What's
You can't
worse is...
be that serious about subject matter and then have the main guy bust in with a freaking pun? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
No
exactly.
way. No
What's
way.
worse is they do that, then they flash back to like when that character arrived in that world, and then replay that same horrific scene over again.
I'm glad I stopped 30 seconds in. I mean,
Yeah.
what the heck?
It's...
For reference, like, the thing that I'm really enjoying right now is I'm on a second rewatch of Attack on Titan. I'm not that easily offended, okay? There's violence everywhere, but like, that was stupid. Come on.
A really great one I recommend is My Next Life as a Villainess, All Roots Lead
Already
to Doom.
watching it, I'm like,
Yeah, I was
halfway
gonna
through
say,
it.
she's already actually watched it, because
Oh yeah.
The only
I remember
problem
you
is it's
mentioned it on a stream, and I was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, the only
Alright.
problem with that one is it's a little long. I have trouble with stuff that's long, and so I get kind of tired of things, and then I like cycle through. So that's why I was like, I'm not done with that series, but I was like a few in. Go ahead, Skull. Sorry.
This is a stream of Sonic CD. Okay.
Hi.
Absolutely.
Let's just check something real quick. Oh, okay, it's not preloaded for the... As far as I know, it's not preloaded for the good ending. Or actually...
It's now become the Alison Kane anime podcast.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
feel like...
sorry, I wouldn't have gone on so long, but they recognized what I was talking about.
It's all good.
I was gonna leave it real vague.
Alright. I don't quite feel like going through that whole shebang again, just to see if there's a very small message at the end of the credits. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do Q&A. So questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're here for like
Well,
another
someone
hour or
on
so.
phone magically holding the last percent, so I'll sit around as long as I can. Hopefully it just holds out.
Lyrical and Alice will be at some point swallowed by the void, but until then.
Yeah, and until then, let's just
Indeed.
let's just add us an image. Hey, Yancy, welcome to the chat. We're doing Q&A for like the next hour now, since I beat the game pretty early.
Beat it quick. He's a speedy man.
But
Skull, oh, sorry, go ahead.
But you know, Yancy, I think what I'm gonna do. I got the bad ending because I wasn't paying enough attention as Tails here. I'm gonna do a redemption run for the Sonic Anniversary streams next month. So I think after mulling it over, I think I'm gonna take you up on your offer to gift Sonic Origins on Steam.
Oh dang, yeah, the anniversary's next month. I feel like we just had the 30th anniversary. Like, what the heck?
And I've just noticed how many notifications Luke has on Discord, and now I suddenly feel the need to take up drinking.
No, pay no attention to the Discord notifications.
Pay no attention to the 493 unread notifications.
Whoa.
No attention to that totally made up number that isn't real right now.
Oh
A
my.
bit too many servers.
I have hit my server cap, and I keep 0 notifications at all times.
How? How?
Anytime that is not a circle, I click it.
But then I'd be spending forever doing that. Oh well.
what
best
do
birthday
I
food.
put in here? I was kind of hoping
Oh
for one
yeah,
that
question on best birthday food.
would reflect me and KN as well, but
Pizza topped with beef burger.
you know
Nice.
what? I'll put the thumbnail here for the the McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure stream we did.
Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah. Well, I feel like I know what Skull's favorite birthday food would be.
Uh, Well, yeah, you brought in the question so much in terms of like the things that are acceptable. So I could just say pizza, but if we're gonna get into the nitty gritty about like
Party.
food that's associated with birthdays, I think uh, that you can't just have cake on its own. You can't just have ice cream on its own. If you're gonna like go full birthday, you got to put that together.
Ice cream
Ice
Exactly.
cream
cake.
We're
and
literally
cake,
gonna go get cake and
or
ice
ice
cream
cream
after
cake.
this.
Hell
I
yeah.
haven't thought about ice cream cake in years. It just hasn't crossed my mind in such a long time.
My man, my poor mother. I had asked her for like a few years in a row, like to get one, and uh, like uh, 4 years ago she did, but it was like a really crappy version of an ice cream cake. Uh,
Oh.
so
No.
it was just like this giant block of ice cream with this like cookie in the middle of it instead of like actual cake with some ice cream over the top of it, you know? Uh, so I was a bit disappointed about that, though appreciative. And then she was like, "Okay." The next year she was like, "All right, I'm gonna get you like the legit ice cream cake." But that was during like the few months that my stomach was really giving me shit. So
Oh
I
no.
I did not have the appetite for it at all, and I didn't get a single piece.
Oh
No,
no.
that is very unfortunate.
Yeah. Goodness, what was Yancey saying? My Steam profile is named Crunch. Did you not already add me to your list? I thought that you did. I thought you just kind of found me and
Oh my god, the legend actually did it. It's a treasure McDonald's treasure land thumbnail. Let's go.
yeah, you're on my friends list, Yancey.
Also, Maria looks adorable on the thumbnail. Oh yeah.
They're freaking McDonald's outfits. That game was strange. I definitely did not
was.
beat that one. I was getting cheated by some dude on a train.
Oh no.
Yeah, that dude. I don't know what version you have of it, but that dude takes way
You
more
should
damage
simply,
in that version than the one I play.
Yeah,
you
what
should
the heck?
simply pull a
It's just
Final
Sega.
Fantasy and suplex the train.
Oh no.
No, Yancey, I accepted your friend request. If I pull up my friends list on Steam, like you're there right now. You're the only one listed online right now.
By the way, Skull, when you have a moment, why Station 22 was asking before. So, Skull, what was the first gaming console you owned?
Ah, yeah. I saw that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Technically speaking, it would be an NES, but I kind of put an asterisk on that one. I think I had a talk with Vinny about this too. Was like
Hi
uh,
everyone.
because my
Alice has
brothers.
to head off, so just bye.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, Alice was saying bye because she had to head off.
Ah, okay.
Bye! Enjoy your cake!
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Uh,
enjoy the cake, which I'm about to soon as well.
uh, But the thing is, I put an asterisk on that NES because we didn't have it for too terribly long, and the only thing, despite having a fair amount of games on it, we only really cared about playing Ninja Turtles 2. Uh,
Fine.
so, like, we didn't really appreciate it as a video game console so much as we kind of liked it for being the Ninja Turtles video game box. Uh, so my legit answer, the one that I think really made me a gamer so much, my true first console is the Super Nintendo that we got a few years later for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah, it came with a ton of games, and none of them were based on any intellectual properties that we liked either, which I think made us appreciate the games for what they were more. So I always cite the Mario All Stars cart with Super Mario World on it as the thing that absolutely did it. But we had like the Donkey Kong Country trilogy and a few others. I spent like the latter half of last year playing through almost every game that we got in that bundle to commemorate the 20th anniversary of that.
Nice.
Yes, very nice.
How about either of you
Uh,
two?
Go ahead, Lyrical.
I'll let Kayan go first. Ladies first and all that.
No, I told you first.
Okay then. Well, I mean, I need to head off in a sec anyway because Alice is currently
Yeah, you're
making
the-
the dessert.
You're the one who's got
Um,
low battery.
Okay, fair. Wait, what even was the question? My first video
First
game console?
Yes.
Yes. What were your systems?
The earliest one I can remember playing was the N64. That's big nostalgia for me. And now that there are N64 games on the Switch, and Alice has a Switch, I've been absolutely loving life playing it on playing N64 games on the Switch. I'm just like, this is my childhood modernized, and I love it. And yeah, that's definitely where I would say my gaming history began, with the N64. What about you, KN?
My gamer history began with the Sega Genesis. And then I had that was the main one. I'll include my handhelds here because it's a pretty simple track. Grew up on the Sega Genesis and Game Boy Color. My brother got like a PlayStation 1. So like we then went into like the PlayStation track of things, but those were not my consoles. They were my brother's consoles, so I had to ask permission to play them.
Yeah,
But I did have a
makes sense.
Nintendo DS that he gave me because it was his DS, but he upgraded and gave me his old one.
Nice.
And then sometime in the distant future from there, I got my own PlayStation 4 so that I could play Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's it. I guess I had like a 3DS, but I literally only played one game on that one.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
Yes, Dylan Bradley, the genesis of my gaming Genesis was Sega Genesis, yes.
Yee.
Wonderfully put. So yeah, that's the whole history there. Y Station actually gave their own answer. For me, it was the GameCube, says Y Station. That was my second.
Nice.
So it's pretty close in that respect to the Super Nintendo. I played all kinds of good games on that thing: Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Riders, Pokemon Coliseum. The list goes on. I fucking love the Cube. It's my favorite console of all time.
That's a good choice. All right, well, I'm gonna head off now. It's 20 past midnight. My phone has miraculously survived on 1%, and it's time for midnight lunch.
All right, Miracle.
Get that snack, go!
Nice to have you
Yee,
stop by for a teeny bit.
Yeah, it was lovely being here, hanging out with you, Skull. It was lovely talking with you again, KN, and it was lovely to show off my fiance on stream. That was super fun. I was literally like gushing to Alice earlier, KN, about like how we were in a video together as Tails and Amy in Skull's Christmas reunion video, and I was like, I was still not over the fact I got to voice act with KN, and she's like, that's so cool. And then this VC happens to be a thing. I was like, ooh, okay, opportunity seized.
Here we come.
Oh, yee.
Well, it's always fun to have you.
Yeah.
So.
Your cake.
Yee. I'm gonna go now. So thank you for having me here. Take care, everyone. I love you and leave you for now. And I'll see you next time. Good night.
Nighty night.
Bye.
All right, that was Lyrical Miracle 9608. Defy Destiny 451. Fate, you changed your name. It's been so long since I've seen you. Said, my first console was the Wii because my dad hated the idea of video games and thought they were pointless until the Wii came out and he was able to play that. And you missed out for a while then, because I know you're like around my age. So the Wii was goodness gracious.
I almost forgot that we had a Wii, but why, yes, we did.
Yeah, I didn't get a Wii until 8 years after it came out. Uh, so I missed the hype, like when the console was actually like new and exciting and everything.
Yeah,
But I appreciate the games that I have on it. It's pretty
I'm
good.
pretty sure my sister got a Wii around the time I like moved out for college, whenever that was. I don't think that we got it when it was the new wave thing either.
Oh yeah, because they were
Because we still
impossible
had,
to find for like the first 2 years it was out.
yeah, it was a kind of a big deal. But whenever we finally like, whenever the household finally did have one, I think I moved by then, so like I only actually played the Wii when I'd go home to visit everybody. So that's why I forgot that was part of the lineage. Is
Yeah,
that Fighting Fate 451?
yeah,
That totally makes sense. The name Defy Destiny is just different words.
yeah.
I didn't recognize Fate either, not with that name, but they've been here since I think my stream.
I saw the profile pic in the chat just now, and I was like Fate, and I looked over at the name, and was like, that's different.
I should have known.
I like how it's still alliterative though.
Yes.
Let's see. We got a couple PS2 folks, which makes sense. That probably introduced a lot of people to gaming, considering it's the best-selling console of
That
all time.
one. That one was freaking popular. I mean,
Very popular.
like my brother bought the PlayStation 1 with his own money, but like, the family upgraded and like through at least PlayStation 4. I just didn't have my own PlayStation 4 until like I needed it for work.
Ah, yeah.
I just sit around and play my Nintendo DS Lite. It's still like that's still the one that I always go back to. I just sit there and play Heart Gold all the time and Mario Party DS.
Well, you travel a lot from what I'm aware of too, whether it's to go to like normal work or taking like trips. Uh, so
It's usually not like it's normally they are like I am going on like business trips for my other
yeah,
job. So like the only time I have like, unless I'm playing games for like the Sonic Song channel, the only time I play them recreationally is like basically when I'm sitting there on a plane and I have nothing else to do. And I freaking love Pokemon Heart Gold.
yeah,
Among my top 5 favorite games ever.
yeah. So like whenever you're just kind of stuck somewhere in transport, it's good to have something to do.
It is, yes. Because I'm cut off from the internet. What else are you supposed to do? I need games in my pocket, and my phone doesn't hold a charge very well. And also, my phone's a work phone. It's not like a personal phone, but it is also the only one I have. So, like, there have been very few occasions where I had to, like, I'm like, excuse me, boss, may I download Sonic the Hedgehog Olympics on the work phone? But, yep, I very rarely play mobile games because of that, because like I have to like literally go ask my boss if it's okay to put it on the work phone for a while. So it's just like,
Don't worry, I'll delete it when the trip's over.
yay, just for a little while.
As soon as I get to the hotel, sir, it's gone.
Otherwise, I would play like things like Sonic Runners or whatever the newest version, like Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Like that looks like fun. That looks neat. Good way to spend some time.
Uh, Fate, or I guess Destiny now, says, yeah, I changed my name, but I am aware of how many games I missed out on, which makes it annoying because I wanted to gather old games because they are a lot of fun and I don't own the consoles for them. Yeah, that's actually like really unfortunate. I'm pretty lucky to have been a 7-year-old child in 2001 to have the Super Nintendo of all things at that point in history be my first. But like I couldn't imagine my childhood going any different like without that, and then getting the GameCube a few months later, and getting to experience those games that were coming out on it as they were coming out for the most part. I feel for you, dude.
Navia the Wolf said the only game I played, if I remember right, was either the Maw or Castle Crashers on the Xbox.
Well, huh.
I guess not a lot of Xbox access. Nobody in my family ever had an Xbox, so everything that was on that console we missed out on entirely. Because there was like, I'm the youngest in the family, and there's like my older brother, and then a lot of people don't actually know this, but my sister Ames is actually my stepsister, which is why when I'm talking about like, childhood consoles and stuff, I end up talking about like what me and my brother have. And like when I say stuff like, "Oh, Ames had the N64," people are like, "Well, doesn't that mean you also had the N64?"
Like,
No.
no.
Eventually, like when our families merged, then I did. Like, but I didn't grow up with N64 because, like, at that point, it was just going over to Ames's house to play on the N64. So it's a little bit different. But
Yeah.
she also never had an Xbox, and we ended up going Sega Genesis to PlayStation. So we missed all of that until like the Nintendo Wii was around. That was our next like Nintendo thing.
Yeah, I quickly want to mention Yancy here. I did see it, and I did accept it. Thank you so much. Uh, I guess it's settled now. Thanks to Yancy's help. Uh, officially sponsored on June 23rd. Uh, one of the Sonic anniversary streams is going to be me trying out Sonic Origins the day it comes out. So thank you very much, Yancy. It's very appreciated.
Thank you, Yancy.
Uh, yeah. I had an original Xbox. That was like the next console that we got. A couple, or no, it was like 1 year after the GameCube. My dad just kind of surprised us with one. Uh,
Nice.
like 4 controllers, and I have good memories on that too. It's not quite as strong as like the GameCube or the Super Nintendo, but I had games on there that I liked and have a lot of nostalgia for. In particular, the packing game, or one of the two, or no, both of the packing games actually, because they came on the same disc. Sega GT 2002, and far more so, Jet Set Radio Future. Uh, it is a crime that Sega has not re-released JSRF or made a sequel to it. Get on that, Sega, you cowards.
Oh no, Michael the Wolf said I had an original Xbox, but unfortunately, it is no longer with us.
My condolences.
Sorry,
And
man.
then 10 years ago, actually, I can't believe I've owned this thing now for 10 years. 10 years ago, for my 18th birthday, I got my 360, and uh, I got Sonic Generations with it, which I have somewhat mixed feelings about because like I love Sonic Generations so much, and at the end of the day, I think it was worth it. But uh, that also meant that I had to get the crappy 4 GB console instead of like I believe the other option was 250, uh, because my budget was $300. So if I had gotten the 250 gig console, I like that was just the whole $300. And a copy of Halo Reach, which I would have had absolutely zero interest in playing, or maybe
Is
a
that
tiny
what
bit.
is that what paired with that console, Halo?
Yeah, that was the packing game. So I wouldn't have been able to get anything else with it. But for $40 cheaper, I got the 4 gig 360, my copy of Sonic Generations, and the wireless headset and the keyboard attachment for the controller. Both of which I didn't use very much and ended up giving to my older brother. But I thought it would have been useful for me at the time.
Still nice.
Wild Style said earlier, actually, there was a couple questions. Skull, what's your favorite Mario game and your favorite Sonic game? Uh, Thankfully, I don't have trouble thinking of these favorites. Super Mario World, my favorite game of all time, and then for Sonic, it's the HD version of Sonic Unleashed. Both of those games are just fantastic. Uh, Mario for like its gameplay and the graphical style and everything, like that is just the best 2D platformer ever made in my opinion. And Sonic Unleashed, not only does it have like good levels and everything, uh, but my God, that's the best story that Sonic has ever told, uh, at least as far as I've seen. So yeah.
I saw a comment that clearly the autocorrect mangled. I was so confused. I'm gonna leave it at that though. I
Uh,
was like, wait, what?
who is it from?
I don't want to say, but that's not what they meant. They meant that they still have their Nintendo Wii and a PlayStation 4 and they think they still have their GameCube.
Ah, okay. I, s-
I
I
was
see
so
what you mean.
confused at first.
That
That was
happened to
clearly like an autocorrect moment.
I think that happened to somebody during like the stream that you and I and Courtney did last year with the uh, HD remakes of Sonic 1 and 2. Like somebody said something that sounded very suggestive, but they didn't mean that at
Oh.
all.
Yeah, autocorrect just like it just wants to destroy. I don't something happened with me almost with an autocorrect recently that would have been extremely awkward, but I think I caught it before it went and I'm like, "Phone, are you trying to destroy me? What is this?"
Phone my
But now
career.
I'm like, "Please no, this message is to my boss." But I don't remember like what it was. I just know that I saw it before I sent it out and I was like, "Nope, nope, nope."
My goodness. Few people entered here actually. Hello, Kel. Hello, Katie. Uh,
Hi, welcome.
Someone else entered too, and I didn't quite catch who that was, but welcome as well. We still got Q&A going on for like another half an hour or so.
Boom. Yeah, I missed who came in just now also. Hello in general.
Yeah. Uh, well, you see, Destiny. It
Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to spell anything at all, Destiny.
well, it also depends on what you have because as far as I know, you can only turn it off on Android phones. I could be wrong about that. I've never messed with an iPhone enough to know, but I think that's how it works.
I guess the consoles I still have currently is I still, of course, have the DS, and I do have the 3DS, but the only game I have on it is Pokemon Sun. And I do have my PlayStation, but I have not hooked that up in a long time now. I think it's been like 2 years.
I've I've owned a PS1 since January of 2014. Have not played it a single time.
Oh no.
Uh,
There were
yeah,
so many like good console games coming out for PS4 Sonic wise. It was because there was Mania coming out and Forces coming out and like there was good stuff and Kingdom Hearts. So
yeah,
I'm
you
glad
had
that
a
I
pretty
got
good
it.
reason to get a PS4.
Oh yeah, and I pre-ordered all of like the Kingdom Hearts stuff so I could get all the cool things that come with it. And even pre-ordering, it took me until like the end of the year it came out to actually play it. And the only reason I managed to play it was because like I made it into work. I made it into like a stream performance to do weekly, and that's how I'd end up getting like 4 hours at a time done of this game.
Yeah. Uh, Robert H is asking, Skull, what is the most Michigan thing about you? That's a good question. I don't know if I would be able to say that off the top of my head. Uh, hmm. I think a lot of people have commented, or at least enough people have commented about how I tend to talk fast. That's a Michigan thing. Uh, so I guess that would be it.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never perceived you as being a quick talker.
Some people have told me before is like you need to slow down on your LP commentaries or whatever the case
Oh,
may be. I almost can't follow you, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
hard to say though. Like I don't know what someone would say was most representative of me in my state. It's probably the slang I use.
Well, you're a unique case because you had like half of your childhood or your growing up years in one state, and then half of them basically in like another. So,
Yeah, I'm an Alaskan originally, so like that
what?
probably affects some things. We loved our Sonic the Hedgehogs up there in Alaska. Like Alaska freaking loves Sonic.
The only Alaska stereotype I can even think of is cold. So I don't think we can
Uh,
quantify that to you.
it's cold. There's very large animals. The summers are beautiful. It's not covered in snow all the time. The sunlight is bizarre. It's bothersome as a kid because it'll be the middle of the summer. It's freaking broad daylight out at 3 in the morning, and you see all your friends out there playing in the street still, and you're like, "Mom, can I stay up and go play with my friends?" And like, "No, go to bed." Bedtime 7 o'clock. You have to have really good blinds in Alaska because like that sunlight will mess you up.
You get
Because
like
you do
those
still
fancy
have.
aluminum blinds.
Yeah, you gotta do something. You gotta get like blackout blinds. Like I since having moved away, I do still have family up there, so I remember going up to visit for the first time in a few years because it is expensive to go back up there. I was extremely disoriented because of that daylight thing. I visited in the summer, and like my mom's driving us back from the airport, and I'm exhausted. I'm jet lagged, and I like look out the window. It's midnight. It's broad daylight, and there's like a 3-year-old on a tricycle going down the sidewalk. I'm like, where am I? It's so weird.
Ma, sunset is like burning my retinas.
Please help me. Michael the Wolf seems to be an Alaskan originally as well. I guess we're known for hunting and fishing and moose and eagles and yeah.
The most Alaskan thing about KN is that she's from there.
Yay!
And then the
I'm
most
not a
oh, go on.
not a huge fan of those big animals. I'm a small woman. The moose, they're bigger than they look in photographs even. So like, that'll just change your entire itinerary for the day. It's like,
Oh,
aha, time to go grocery shopping. Oh snap, there's a freaking moose on the porch. Never mind. I'm gonna try again in 2 hours.
you know what that reminds me of? I
Yeah.
like this is such an ancient thing to remember, but like we were chit-chatting on Skype a little bit, I think in 2009, just
God,
like
freaking
over text.
Skype.
And I think you sent me a photo of you like in between these two like humongous antlers from some extinct animal at like a museum.
Extinct! It was just a moose.
Was it just a regular moose? I thought it was like a
I
type
think
of
I remember.
it was
The
like
only one I can think of for me standing between two like giant antler type things is a photo. I remember it's a picture of me, and those are just moose antlers. And yes, it does look like it's part of a dinosaur, doesn't it?
it like I could have sworn that it was like some ancient moose-like species that since, either evolved into moose or went,
Oh my god. Maybe I'm thinking of it's possible that I'm thinking of the wrong photo, but the one that it brought to mind right away from like an Alaskan photo of me standing between two antlers, those were just regular old modern moose antlers. They are huge. They're very big.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
That's why everybody has to drive in trucks and stuff because like regular car windshields come up to like their freaking knees. So if you like accidentally hit one on the highway, you buckle them and they land on top of your car. That's why you gotta drive in a truck. It's dangerous.
Yeah, car's dangerous in Alaska. You hit a moose and you're done for.
Yeah, it happens. It's rough. There's superstitions up there. You shouldn't say like moose on the highway and stuff like that for that reason. We got our superstitions up there.
Oh, and for good reason, it seems.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so there are plenty of California stereotypes, though. What's the most California thing about you?
Oh no, it probably is the slang, most likely. Like there's some words that I've said before where people are like, "Where the heck is that slang from?" I'm like, it's just a California thing, I guess. But not necessarily like I don't know. People say dude often everywhere else.
Yeah, I know I do it.
That's become common. I think it originated there. But like I don't know, like my because I don't think I did many of the stereotypical like Californian stuff. Like, normally that's like, oh yes, the beach. I've lived near the beach before, but I often like didn't really think about, going over there and I am not a strong enough swimmer to have done surfing, but like I know many people who did surf, and I never heard somebody use the word tubular seriously.
Yeah, it's always ironic.
Yeah, no, that is one of those words that's only used like in a joking way. No one has ever used it seriously before.
Unless if you're the biggest surfer guy stereotype, then probably not.
I do think that dude is just now like general internet slang, but like back in the I don't know. I'm pretty sure that earlier on that was a stereotype of like Californians. Everyone just walking around going, dude, all the time. Now everybody does it.
Wildstyle asked, KN, has your brother ever helped you and Ames out with Ask the Sonic Heroes? If yes, then how? And before you answer that, I think he's at least helped with like backgrounds on the plush movies, didn't he?
No.
No?
My brother is a genius, a very smart man, very focused. His artistic abilities are more in like, he doesn't do like art stuff or like voice acting exactly. When we were growing up, that dude did like more active arts. Like he was an actor, but it was like stage acting, he was in dance. He was like involved in like cooking. He did like some low-level parkour. He's very, very smart with like technology stuff, like which is what his job revolves around. Like he's so smart with tech stuff that the jobs that he does are actually top secret. I'm not allowed to know where they've put him or what he's doing sometimes. He's like literally some kind of a genius. His contributions to stuff we've done on Sonic Song have not been in an artistic like area. He's been on a live stream with me before, not on the VC. We were playing Among Us and he was running around like in the game and he and I were like typing to each other, but he wasn't on VC. And he sometimes helps me figure out stuff on the back end. Like if I'm having a technical problem, he'll out in some way or another, like he'll figure out like what's going on, like things like that. So it's very backstage. People like on Sonic Song have really never like met him aside from that lucky period of time when he was streaming. He's the one who helped me figure out how to do Sega Genesis style streams, so things like Maria Plays wouldn't be a thing without him. Good dude, very smart, but generally, like, he's not been heard on the channel before. You guys have like heard my dad before. He did like a radio guy voice on the peppermint hot chocolate Sonic chefs. So
huh.
there's that.
So your brother's contributions to the channel have amounted to technical support.
Yeah, he's like the tech guy.
And that one stream of Among Us.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He's sometimes in the chat doing supporting, but it's a secret who he is.
But every time you see him, the big old KN smile appears.
Like, oh, my brother! I got like a bunch of family members who lurk around in the chat from time to time.
My goodness, I haven't seen you in 6 years.
Oh my god, it's my grandpa.
Well,
good thing someone's here is smart when in the tech department. I'm like, it's a shock that somehow I've gotten to being like a person that does like live streams and stuff, because most of the time I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of lucky it's all working.
we really do need to get you a gaming PC at some point.
Oh my god. Yeah, actually my dad's friend came by. I guess this was like almost a year ago now, but I was having a motherboard issue because like my computer's motherboard had like a meltdown, and he came in to like help me fix and update some things, and he was like, "My God, this equipment is over a decade old. How are you streaming on this?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Ask my brother.
Pulled itself together. Yeah, ask that guy. My brother helped me build it more than 10 years ago. Woohoo!
Y Station asks, hey KN Skull, are you looking forward to Summer Game Fest on June 9th? I'm excited to see what games we're going to see. The only thing I know about that is we're getting more information about Frontiers, so I am interested in seeing what they have to say for that.
I guess that I'm gonna like Skull basically echoed my my thoughts on that. Literally the only thing that I've heard about it at all was that there might be more information about Frontiers. I'm not great when it comes to following the news. Like I kind of forgot that it's a thing that existed. But my game playing ability these days is so very narrow that I'm totally out of the loop with these things most of the time. I was
And
a little more in the loop when there was E3 going on, but not anymore.
yeah. And Shadow of Saffron, just to smoothly transition this asked us what our biggest hopes for Frontiers are. For me, it's going to be multiple playable characters and alternate outfits. Do it, Sega.
Nice.
We need it.
Do it. Those both sound lovely. I think I generally don't, I don't think a whole lot about what I hope a game will have in it, to be perfectly honest. I just end up being interested in seeing what they say and what they show later. That is possibly how I end up not getting disappointed by lots of things. Because I wouldn't say that I have high or low expectations for any particular games coming out. I'm just like, oh, cool, more Sonic. I guess we'll see what this shapes up into being.
Yeah.
But I'll say I'm interested in the idea that it is like an open world thing, because we haven't really had something like that for Sonic before, and I'm curious how that goes. And I would love a game at some point that lets multiple characters be playable, because a period of time where I think Sega took the criticism too seriously of like Sonic having annoying friends, but there's lots of us who like Sonic's friends. We just would like you to use them well.
Yeah.
There's so much potential there.
They
So,
listened
like,
to IGN a little too much about what people thought about the other characters. It's like, no, we like the other characters for the most part.
yeah, I think they might have listened to critiques from people that were not necessarily like strong in the fan base per se. It was kind of like more the generalized "we enjoy video games" voices that they listened to, but maybe not 100% like deep in the Sonic fandom specifically. And you know, it wasn't like perfect execution or anything, but I'd love to see more games where you could, because like Sonic's roots, like Sonic, like back in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you had 3 different kinds of play styles and people freaking loved it.
Yeah,
You didn't even need to rely on any special writing or anything. People just liked it. It just adds so much to the like replay value. Um, you know, you just get to experience the levels in a different way, like with a different character's like special abilities. It's neat.
for sure. Just you know, it's been so long since we've had a main series game that had multiple playable characters in a way that mattered. Uh, because you know, Forces did give us the Shadow DLC, but aside from the like 3 original levels, which you know it is fine and fair enough, but gameplay wise, he was just a skin for Sonic. So
Yeah, and I mean, I guess technically Classic Sonic and the Avatar were multiple playable characters, but that's not what we mean.
yeah, yeah, we
We
mean
want to
like
play as Sonic's annoying friends, okay? I
yeah,
want
we
to play
we
as Knuckles.
we mean like Sonic's other friends.
Yeah. Defy Destiny was saying, after Forces, I'm expecting to be disappointed. I don't have much hope for any new Sonic games. I do think that my lack of setting any sort of expectations does assist me. I have the minority opinion, I guess. Forces, I can't really defend that as being a good game exactly. However, it is the most fun I have had with a Sonic game in recent history. It's just everybody got so involved with it, like community wise, because it gave you an option to make your own OC in a world that you could kind of share with each other in like the fandom. And so I had so much fun like getting to know other people's like OCs that they came up with. I enjoyed the idea behind the game, even though like I think there was a lot left to be desired. I'm like, if you spent an extra year developing this and improving the writing, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah,
But I think I also have like a separate benefit of being like, I'm a Sonic content creator. Gave me a sandbox full of concepts and characters and things to play with and adapt it to like my stories and stuff. So I was like, sweet.
yeah. I can speak from that perspective too, because like when I first sat down like a couple days after the game came out and watched a full playthrough of it, I felt like kind of the same thing. I started rewriting the story in my head to try and maximize the potential that I saw that was there that they didn't really grab. So I get what you mean by that completely.
Yeah, they put some interesting stuff down. The execution wasn't fantastic, but the like what the I guess the fandom was able to pick up from it, so interesting to me. Like I mean, there are other games that were objectively like way better made and I enjoy playing it, but it didn't have like so much of like a big fascinating like community thing, and it was kind of like a it just brought so many interesting new things. It's just obviously the execution wasn't great. I had fun playing the game and everything. I did sadly think that the entire thing with having classic Sonic in there was pretty pointless.
Yeah,
I'm like, this had nothing to do with anything. Why did you do it like that?
classic Sonic could have been just completely removed. I don't think the rookie character is like has that much of an impact on the story. Personally, like
I liked that though, like
yeah,
having them
it
in
like
there.
in terms of just ideas, I do think it's a good idea. Especially since so many people do make OCs. The customization is fine, but they really needed to expand it more. And again, probably just due to the nature of it, like the effect on the story was negligible. My personal ideal Sonic Forces that I kind of wrote in my head after or during and after watching that playthrough was this should have been a Sonic and Blaze game. Uh, I think that would have been the best way for them to go on it.
I'd like another Sonic and Blaze game. The
Yeah,
Sonic Rush games are awesome.
yeah. Blaze got totally shafted and ignored in Forces, and like, come on.
Yeah, I guess she just hung out in her own dimension, I suppose, but like we tried to come up with like, you know, fandom reasons or explanations for like what she was doing, but man, the whole world's gonna explode. That seems like a good time to maybe call your friend, like especially when Sonic goes missing. Somebody give Blaze a call. Silver, what are you doing?
They could
You
have
have our
totally
number.
they could have totally had Blaze and Dr. Eggman Nega involved in there, you know?
Yeah, they were already doing multiple dimensions and weird time stuff. Could
Yeah.
have put Blaze in there. Everybody likes Blaze.
And yeah, exactly what KN just said. She's like one of the very few characters that seems to be like universally liked by people. So
Yeah, she's fun. But like a lot of Sonic's friends, she just doesn't get like a lot of attention. When Sega does make use of the expanded cast, they do tend to, you know, they'll like talk to each other a little bit, but like Sega, give us more. We
please,
love these people.
yeah, and for the love of God, please improve what you did on Tails' character. He got the worst of it.
Yeah, he didn't do so good in there. I chalked that up to him having PTSD.
They
Because he was
they
like
could have
literally there
written
when
the
he thought Sonic
PTSD
got like
better though.
it really could have. Even for Sonic, he's like, haha, I got kidnapped and tortured for 6 months. Like, Sonic, you can't just show up with your attitude being like that. He should have. I like the idea of Sonic being like, you know, I did not want to see him with his soul crushed. That's not the. But if he just like come out of that being like, man, I'm freaking tired. Ugh, but
Exactly.
there's a lot of work left to do, so I'm gonna put that aside and let's get this done.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
imagine.
good. But like he came out of that smiling and cracking jokes and stuff in private. I'm like, dude, if he's gonna be like that, don't say he got tortured for 6 months, okay? That's pretty serious.
Yeah, that's far less tortured and more so he's been holed up in his cell for a little bit and he's a bit restless.
Yeah, like I would buy it if that's what he said happened. It's like, oh my gosh, I was stuck in here and like I couldn't run anywhere and it freaking sucked. And I was so bored. Like that I would have gotten, but he's like, I got tortured for 6 months. Sonic! You can't handle it like that. Don't say the character got tortured for 6 months unless they're gonna be at least tired.
Yeah. Like imagine if the Zavok boss fight happened, right? And like uh instead of, you know, how the game handled it, Sonic was like already tired before it started, but the cutscene after he just like straight up collapses and needs to be helped to you know, the Resistance headquarters by his friends. That not only gives his friends something to do, which they don't really do a whole lot of in the game, but it adds some nice dramatic tension and actually makes it look like Sonic got tortured for 6 months.
Yeah, if you're gonna say he got tortured for 6 months, you gotta do something like what Skull said, or just write the line different. It was just a throwaway line that made it like extremely serious, but it really wasn't. If you didn't want it to be serious because you thought like the fandom couldn't handle it, then you just needed to write the line different. Like, oh, Sonic's been captured for 6 months. It's that easy. Just don't use the word tortured and
Yeah,
then like not do anything with it. That's messed up.
for serious.
Shadow of Sephiroth was saying, wasn't it a mistranslation on the part of the English? And apparently he didn't get tortured in the Japanese version. It was the English version trying to be dramatic, but then not like following through.
Yeah, there are some
I
instances of that in the game, definitely, where it's a bit different in the Japanese version.
Yeah, even if it was like a mistranslation, somehow like I feel like they were just trying to make it sound really big and important, but they pulled their punches a lot just to like give a gentler story. Like translate and then they localize. You get the direct translation and then you rewrite it to like sounding, you know, more like the more natural to what other language you were moving it into.
Uh-huh.
So they could have localized it into being something different.
Speaking of them either just, you know, going way too hard or whatever, um, I know you saw this or you experienced the game for the first time on stream, but I haven't seen like any of those. Uh, uh, like the ridiculous line I always think of, at least in terms of, oh my god, that just got the wrong reaction out of me. I love it for all the wrong reasons. Did you also laugh your ass off the first time that you heard, none of this is good, Vector? That's why it's called war.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was playing. I did my playthrough in character as Maria, because of that OC builder thing. So I
Right.
don't know if I laughed on stream about that. I don't remember. But yeah, thank you, Knuckles. Thanks. We didn't know that before.
It like when that popped up when I was first watching, I had to pause the video for a couple minutes because I was laughing too hard.
They I like the concepts they laid down for that game, but like they've handled like near total takeover war in the Sonic sphere before with like Sonic Sat AM, and the characters still had they were still optimistic, still like fighting to take the world back. They still had their jokes, they had all their silly moments, but you could feel there was some pressure on from that. And so like I know there's like you can write Sonic in a setting like that without it getting too serious for the demographic that they're going for or whatever's going on there.
Yeah,
Man, I enjoyed Forces sincerely. I had so much fun with it. But yes, some of the writing was just hysterical because they tried to portray the situation as being extremely serious, but they pulled their punches with a lot of the writing, so you just kind of land in this weird middle ground where it's like just kind of absurd.
oh for sure. There's the whole infinite crying about not being weak. That's a classic.
And he just kind of like disappears in a way that they did not make especially clear.
Yeah.
About like you're just like, where's the next infinite boss battle? Like he didn't die. He just got like summoned back to like the ruby or something, and they were like, that's all.
Yeah, I was so
What
confused
do you mean that's all?
when that happened.
No one knew what was going on. You can't. I don't know. There was so much wrong with that game, but I
Yeah.
sincerely had a lot of fun with it.
So much that they could have done. A lot of ideas that on paper sound good, but again, the execution's just so dubious.
It just wasn't handled in a way like that felt properly balanced to give it like the story, the like a cohesion.
Exactly.
Glad you enjoyed your dessert, Lyrical.
Indeedly doodly. I hope that you had many an enjoyable nom, uh, which it seems like you did. So good.
I've got like this bag of sunflower seeds next to me that I've been wanting to eat real bad, but that does not make for good streaming sounds.
Oh man, it's been forever since I've had sunflower seeds, and I loved them so much.
Oh yeah, they were my stay awake all night snack at university, but the salt on them would burn my mouth really bad, and so even though I love them, I quit eating them forever, but I have now found raw unsalted sunflower seeds and it's been a godsend. Like now I can eat these all the live long day and not burn my mouth. It's wonderful.
Wonder what
And
brand of.
hi Dennis.
Yeah, hi Dennis. Nice to see you could make it for a bit. Uh, I'm not so sure. Do you think? I mean, Wild Style was asking what what Maria and I would be ordering from Mixed Shadows. Do you think that they serve lattes with
From
steamed Austrian goat milk?
from McShadows? No, they barely can make food there. You will get food poisoning.
Uh,
McShadows is a disaster. You have to go across the street to the infinite bucket if you want something to eat. His food is holographic though, it's not even real, so it won't fill you up, but it looks really nice. McShadow was a complete disaster.
oh boy, my favorite holographic meatloaf.
Yes.
Uh, so I guess I'm ordering nothing from either of these restaurants. So I'm gonna go get some pizza. That's what I want.
Yeah. I'm a I love McDonald's. It's not good for me. I don't always feel great after I've consumed it. But if anybody was wondering what Maria would order from McDonald's, I'm not sure. She probably, like I think it would probably be an even split. Always French fries, but sometimes a cheeseburger, sometimes McNuggets, sometimes McChicken.
Gotcha. And
For me though, it's usually I'll get like 2 cheeseburgers, like the little cheap ones because they're small, but I like to have 2,
mhm.
and then fries and an Oreo McFlurry.
And I don't think I will ever crave their burgers or fries ever again after that stupidly long stretch where I had way too much of it in a short amount of time.
Nah, man, you've talked about that before.
And it's like I get that McDonald's is cheap and easy to get and all that, but we should not have been going there every fucking night. Uh,
And just about I can understand that, like, obviously. Like, that's the same with nearly anything that you overeat on. Like, if you have a certain thing too many times, it's never gonna end well.
yeah.
But, it's not like it's the easiest type of food on people's stomachs, depending on who you are, so it might be a little rough on you, also.
Yeah, it was just my taste buds. I just got sick of the taste after a while. That same thing happened to me with root beer when I was a kid. Just had like too
Oh.
much of it in a short amount of time, and that's why like root beer is a weird thing for me now because if I go long spaces of time without having it, root beer tastes really good. But like if I start to have like a bottle a day or whatever, because I drink way too much soda, then it starts tasting metallic and really weird, and that's when I get like sick of
Oh,
root beer
no.
again. Root beer is such a fluctuating thing for me. Also, Dennis, sorry I missed
Hi,
it.
Dennis!
Yeah, we love you too. And hope you have a good day.
The only thing I can think of that my taste buds changed on so quick that I noticed, like, kind of during the fact, was like, I freaking like, I don't remember what the brand is, but like, those brownies that they sell that are like, the brand also sells the cosmic brownies, but like, it was like that set of things. And I loved those freaking things. I had them with my lunch, like, every day. And then one day, it slowly started to taste like dirt.
The
It
Little
went from
Debbie
tasting
brownies?
probably Little Debbie brownies. I could look at them, but like, hang on. Little Debbie's brownies. Let me see. Yep, yes, those ones.
Yeah,
Like,
with the
I
walnuts
freaking
in them
love
and
those
everything.
things. Yeah, I usually have the walnut ones, not the cosmic ones. But it went from something I was eating daily, and for some reason, it went from tasting like normal chocolate and stuff to like literally tasting like soil. I was
Ah,
like,
man.
what's happening?
That's so unfortunate. I could never imagine getting sick of those.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, well, okay. Although there's been things I've had massive taste bud changes on, like, that I didn't notice while it was happening. Like, I have no idea when my body decided that celery was acceptable, but that's a thing now. I
Uh,
love celery.
the
And I'm like, what are
one
you talking about? It's disgusting. No, it's not. It's refreshing.
Yeah, the one single time I had celery, I was about 12 years old, and I was like, and I had it with peanut butter and everything, like people recommend. And even then, I was still like, this is just a grassy water stick.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I
Just
like it in
mainly
soup
raw
though.
celery.
Like in chicken noodle soup, something is brought out of the celery that makes it taste good.
I think it's partly because, it is a water stick. The water stick absorbed the broth.
Yeah, so it's probably like whatever I was tasting mixed in with the broth actually like makes it taste really good. Same thing with carrots actually. I hate carrots except in chicken noodle soup.
Carrots. I got to. Oh, yeah, another one's grapefruit. That's one that I abruptly started liking. I'm like, how? And it was weird too. Oh, wait, actually, this is a good example of taste buds changing. It was just in a different direction because this one I did notice when it was happening. I meant I love oranges. I have like an orange or two probably every day. And one day I accidentally got like this whole big bag of grapefruit instead of the oranges and was like, oh, well, I have to eat it. And so I had the first grapefruit and I was like, this is disgusting. I hate this. It's really sour. This is the worst. But I have a whole bag of them. I have to eat them. And so the next day I had another one and it wasn't that bad. And then by the third day I was like, I love this. Somehow my taste bud script flipped sharply on the third day and I freaking loved grapefruit. And I was
I
like, what happened? This was disgusting 2 days ago.
I think that's like the textbook definition of acquired taste.
That was weird. It was just so sudden.
Uh,
Yes, Dylan Bradley, grassy water stick. And lyrical peanut butter is very common on celery over in the States. Peanut butter and raisins.
yeah, like peanut butter raisins. Sometimes people put like a pinch of salt on it.
Fair though, our dear friends in the UK that I've spoken to, like a USA staple is the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and many of my UK friends are like, "What?" And I'm like, "What do you mean what?" And they're like, "That's disgusting." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Well, you see, over there, they're far too used, especially in England. They're far too used to just extremely plain food. A joke that I make to one of my British friends all the time about the food is like, that toast better only have a negligible amount of jam on it, or so help me.
Yeah, I know it's just it's fascinating like what the differences are between like what's common in one region and like nearly unheard of somewhere else. Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah,
Like we gave our friend Voices of Nathan like some level of psychic damage telling him about the American legend of Johnny Appleseed. He laughed so hard about the concept that like just we have legends about a dude and apples and just like what's with you Americans and your apples? He was just astounded that there were so many kinds of apples. He'd never heard about it before.
because apples are tasty.
Yes, we have to have 100 different breeds of apple.
Yeah, man. Going to the apple
Oh,
orchard for a school field trip when I was a kid was like one of the best field trips I ever been on. A lot of that has to do with the fact that my mom went along. And as soon as we were bussed back to school after the trip, she was, or no, on the way there actually. We were in the bus. My mom looked over to me, like almost 7-year-old little skull, and was like, "Hey, so when we get back, do you want to finish your day at school or do you want to go to McDonald's for lunch?" And I was like, we're going to McDonald's."
oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh man. Just noticed it was 5:15. You get to talking about frickin' apples and celery and stuff, and here we are.
We stretched a lot of the Sonic Forces conversation quite a bit, and then it was also about apples and other such food.
Apples and oranges and pizza.
Yeah. Yancy,
Oh,
I'll see you later. And once again, thank you very, very much for the Sonic Origins pre-order. And you got my word on it. Unless if I'm dead or very
oh,
sick, I will
oh.
absolutely stream Origins the day it comes out.
Yes, it'll be great. Oh, I guess on my end I better wrap it up. I've got a class I do on Fridays that I gotta get prepped for.
Yeah, indeed. And I need to grab something to eat, come to think of it. So, yeah.
Yes,
I think
too.
that'll just about wrap it up here for KN and I on the double stream here. Uh, I wish I could immediately just throw it to Vinny, but he's not actually streaming until about 10 p.m. Eastern. So you got just less than 2 hours, guys, until Vinny's streaming. I will try to be on there as well to hang out with you guys while Vinny's going on. I don't know what he's playing, but I know he will be on.
Maybe have been more Kingdom Hearts? Don't know.
Perhaps. KN, thank you so much for indulging in not only just doing this in general, like always, but being so on board with the story idea.
Yes. I was like, perfect. I'm gonna get like a GIF and stuff to make you portal in. It's gonna be adorable and dumb.
Yeah.
My favorite combination of content, adorable / dumb.
And
You just like wiggling around your JPEG.
it was amazing. So yeah. Goodness gracious, guys. Again, sorry about not getting the good ending, but Sonic Origins next month, Redemption Run. We're gonna do it.
Redemption run.
Cheer, buddy. So that'll do it for this stream. Again, I will do my best to be on Vinny's stream so that I can hang out and talk with you guys again in just a couple hours. But I got to get some food in my stomach. Kayan's got to enlighten her students.
Yay!
So yeah, that'll be all for this one. So with all that said, I have been skull902.
This has been Can from SonicSong182.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Bye, everybody.